All right, time to talk about something that people have been saying to me, asking me about for probably all 30 years I've been teaching guitar. And it's something that was told to me when I first started. The old myth that you should start on an acoustic guitar. And I say myth intentionally because it is a myth. I did start on an acoustic guitar and I floundered for about a year. It took a lot of work for me to practice a half hour a day, which I did because my mom forced me to, but I was able to do it. Now, I didn't progress as fast as I should have during that time, and it wasn't the fault of my teacher. I had a very good teacher, John Miller, I believe his name was, taught at Trev Bennett in Kitchener. But I could only practice for about 10-15 minutes before my fingers got tired. And a good part of that was because everybody used to say, oh, you start on acoustic so you can build your calluses. So after about a year, I saved my money and I bought an electric guitar. And I took off. I could play much faster, learn things quicker. I could play for a lot longer durations. And that was the big key there. I could practice for 2-3 hours a night, and I did sometimes. There are pictures of me falling asleep with my guitar. Those are things that would have never happened if I stayed on the acoustic guitar. Do I think the electric guitar came easier because I started on the acoustic guitar? Definitely. But does that mean you should start on an acoustic guitar? No. Through teaching for 30 years, this is something that was always repeated. It was told to me. But as I taught, I noticed that if I had 30 people start on electric guitar, 23, 25 of them stuck with it and progressed fairly quickly. If I had 30 people start on an acoustic guitar, probably 10 of them would stick with it. The rest would get frustrated and they'd just say, it's too tough, I can't do it. And it's not that it was too tough they couldn't do it, it's that they were starting on an acoustic guitar, which made the obstacle to getting anything that sounds like music that much higher. I always liken it to other sports or games, like bowling is a perfect example. You wouldn't learn to bowl with a 16-pound ball first just to get your strength up. You would learn to bowl with a 10 or 12-pound ball, and then once your coordination and agility were there and you had the technique down, then you would switch to a heavier ball. So the question is, why would you start with an acoustic guitar? With an acoustic guitar, the strings are roughly 30% tighter than on an electric guitar. They are also not set up as well because there is less adjustment. On an electric guitar, you can adjust the individual saddles, which means the action is much closer and easier to play. Does it mean I can't play acoustic guitar style of songs on an electric? No. I can, if I want to be playing. I can still play all that kind of style on an electric guitar as well. Anything I can do on an acoustic guitar, I can do on an electric guitar as well. The same is not true in reverse. So I will say, if you're decided that you only want to play acoustic guitar, don't want to go near an electric guitar, that's fine, you can do it, you can succeed. You need to be more patient than you would if you started on electric guitar. I've had no students that ever started on electric guitar that got acoustic guitars and couldn't play an acoustic guitar after the fact. Because once you already have the skill down, it is 3-4 times easier to just translate and have to work on pressing harder. If you've already got all the good techniques, all the good coordination, your fingers are used to working independently, all you have to do is press a little harder, okay? To get those fingers to work independently, to get the good techniques down while pressing a little harder at the same time when you're starting is much tougher, and it does cause you to progress a lot slower. So all things being equal, I would strongly recommend starting on electric guitar, and then if you want to go to an acoustic after you have some of the basics down, by all means, that's a better option than just automatically assuming that you should start on an acoustic guitar. All right, bye for now.